The war in Ukraine. The Russians surrender at the front. They raised a white flag. A video appeared showing the Russian soldiers surrendering. They drive up to a unit of Ukrainians with a white flag displayed. They are overpowered. Ukraine has provided a number that can be called by soldiers sent to the war. Then they are instructed on how to be enslaved. The recording shows how the Russians on the front near Kherson drive up with a white flag in the BWP-2 combat vehicle to the Ukrainian unit. 2 Russian soldiers leave the vehicle with their arms raised. They are arrested. After a while, the 3rd soldier also appears. He, too, becomes incapacitated. Then Ukrainian soldiers check the vehicle to make sure that there is no one left in it. The Ukrainians are instructing the Russians how they can surrender. For some time now, Ukrainians have been providing both mobilized Russians and those who are already in Ukraine the number at which they will receive instructions on how to safely surrender themselves. As Alexei Danilov, Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council said, the number of Russians willing to surrender will only increase. The procedure is quite simple. If you just hang the white flag and reach our units without weapons and with your hands in the air, we will treat you immediately with respect, he assured at the end of September. The Russians are fleeing mobilization. On September 21, the President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, announced the partial mobilization of the Russians. Russia's Defense Minister, Sergei Shoigu, announced that 300,000 people would be mobilized. But according to the media, the Kremlin plans to appeal to 1.2 million Russians. The announcement of mobilization resulted in a mass flight of men from the country who began to look for various ways to avoid conscription.